Hello lovely, welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to be doing an updated hair drying routine. So I have kind of wavy to curly hair and I am going to dry it with you guys today, show you the products that I'm using, my absolute faves at the moment. So if you want to achieve this and your hair is kind of wavy and you're not sure how to do it, then stick around and I will show you what I do. So I always start with making sure my hair is completely soaked through and saturated before I put any product in. So I'm going to start with my water spray and spray my hair down. So the first product that I'm going to use is the Now Tea to the Rescue Anti-Frizz Serum. I really love this because it's got a slight stickiness to it, but you also get the benefits of the sweet almond and the argan oil. So this is a firm fave for me at the moment. It's actually, oh, something in my mouth. This is a firm favourite for me at the moment and it's actually nearly empty. All three of the products that I'm using today are firm faves of mine and I think they all go together really well and they're all nearly empty, so I will be repurchasing. So yeah, up first is the Now Tea Anti-Frizz Serum. So I'm going to use a good few pumps of this and distribute it throughout my whole hair. Hands together and all the way through. And to be honest, I'm probably going to go through again with about the same amount. You can be quite generous, especially with my hair type. My hair's quite porous, it really soaks up products. So I can even just feel that it needs more than that. And you can see that I'm just kind of finger combing my hair as I'm putting it in. Now that the oil is fully distributed through my hair, I'm going to go in with my curl jelly. I have two favourite curl jellies. This is one of them. The other one is the Aveda curl jelly, but this is the Umberto Giannini curl jelly. It's an absolute fave of mine. Again, I use a really good amount of this. As you can see, I am not going to go in lightly. So I always kind of start with my hair on one side, and again, just finger comb it through, starting at the ends and then working up to the roots. And I'm going to do the same on the other side, same amount as well. It seems like a lot of product, but honestly, it's not. And if your hair does feel crunchy at the end, once it's dry, you can just scrunch it out. So yeah, I quite like to load these products in just for extra hold, extra curl definition. Yeah, that's the best way that I found it works for me. So now that we've got the curl jelly in, we're gonna go in with curl cream, which is the final product. And that curl cream is, I don't know why, but I've kind of got like hair color on it, so it looks a little bit rank. But this is the Wavy curl cream and it is by far my favorite curl cream. You can see I've used it a lot and I absolutely love it. Cannot recommend enough. Again, quite a lot of product. Good squeeze, good amount. Probably not quite as much as the jelly because it is quite thick. So we don't want to weigh it down too much. So I just start on one side like this. And then I go into the other side as well with the other hand. And then once you've got like quite a lot of the product in the hair, you can start using both hands to work it through. There we go. Any residue that's left, I quite like to kind of comb through the roots just so I've got a bit of product up there too. Do you know what? I can kind of feel from the hair that maybe I might go in with a little tiny bit more curl cream. So in again, definitely not as much this time, but just another little squeeze. I just quite like to be able to feel the product in my hair. That's when I know that there's a good amount in there. Okie doke. So now that we've got all the product in, we're going to scrunch the hair. I'm really sorry if you can hear that banging. Our neighbours are having their house re-rendered. So they're chipping all of the, I don't even know what it's called, rendering off and replacing it, so you can probably hear it. Yeah, I'm happy with that amount of product now, so we're going to scrunch it in now. So once I've distributed all of my products, I flip my hair over and I get my wide tooth comb and brush through my hair. My hair actually still felt a little bit on the dry side, so I sprayed it down a little bit more just to add a little bit more water and then started scrunching it. So I always scrunch from the ends of my hair right up to the root, and when I get to the root I kind of pulse my fingers a little bit just to give it a few extra scrunches when it's up there. So I do that kind of all over my head in that position, upside down, tilt my head to the side, to the other side, just to make sure that the whole kind of hair, the whole area is scrunched and ready to be dried. So once it's ready to be dried, I kind of stay in that like hanging position as well, just because I found with my hair, the best way to dry it to get the most curl is to use the diffuser at the ends and bring the hair right up to the root and dry it that way. So I'll show you that now and we will get drying. So today I'm using the Ultima 5000 Pro hairdryer by Diva Professional Styling. And I'm also using my old Label M, I mean it's old but still great, Label M diffuser that I got when I worked at Tony & Guy. These are definitely my favourite hairdryer and diffuser I've ever used. Whenever I use somebody else's, I always feel like they're not as good. So highly recommend these. So with the drying today, I'm going to go on at medium heat and medium blow because I don't want it to be too hot that it dries my hair out completely and really quickly, because that will build frizz. And I don't want the blow to be too intense because again, that will always make it frizzy. So we want to kind of dry the curl structure slowly, but also not blow it around too much. So that's why I'm going medium heat and medium blow. Okay, so when I'm drying my hair, I always flip my head over and I go in with the diffuser at the bottom and lift the diffuser up to my root. So if you can see, I kind of split my hair into 3 sections. So I work from left to right, do the section by my left ear first, then the section in the middle, and then the section by my right ear. And I kind of, for the first time, hold it in place for about a minute, really. And then I start to tilt my head from side to side just so that I can get different angles and get in at the root. So that's another part of the process that I do. Once the ends are starting to get dry, I focus on the roots a little bit more. So I kind of tilt my head around, put the diffuser just in at the root, just so that it really kind of dries those areas up and kind of keeps that curl definition. Then towards the end, I just kind of focus on the areas that need a little bit more attention, that still feel a little bit damper than the rest. So I'll just kind of put the diffuser in those areas wherever they are and make sure that those areas are dry too. So that is the end result. That looks nice. Well, it's not the end result actually, because I do put a little bit of serum in now, but you can see I've got loads of volume, really nice sort of defined waves, curls, whatever you would call them. My hair is due a haircut, so it would have usually a bit more shape. So it comes up a bit higher, but the layers are sitting a little bit lower. But that is absolutely fine. So now what I'm going to do is go in with a little bit more of the serum. This one, the Naughty one, just to kind of finish those edges and make sure that it is all kind of together. So I just put that in. And I just kind of scrunch it in. Just gives it a little bit more definition and a bit more hold as well. Because I'm a real hair player. Like when I've got clean hair, especially when it's curly, I really like to flick it around and play with it. So I find just putting a bit of this in really helps keep it doing what it's meant to do. That is the end result. It looks really curly, nice and defined, not too frizzy. You can just see a little bit of that product that I've just put in, but it does dry, so it doesn't bother me too much. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little updated hair routine video, and I'll see you next week for my weekly upload. Lots of love.